Hello and welcome to Caching Waves. This is your Elliott Wave update for EGLD. Now, since last chart, we were tracking this correction to the downside, and we started off with a diagonal to the upside as either a wave 1 or an A wave. But either way, we're expecting the next move after this correction is finished to the upside. The difference in the labeling as an ABC or a 1, 2 will define how far we go to the upside. Now, we broke down just as we were expecting, and this is the area where things can get a little bit confusing for most people. But I just wanted to give you the few scenarios here. First, I have this as a 3-wave move to the downside. This can come up, extend for another wave for 5, and in which case we'd move our A wave over, and we'd expect potentially a little bit deeper retracement down to the 618 on log scale. But if this pivot holds, I would expect either us to make a flat pattern here past the 70% retracement of this move to the downside, and then another 5 to the downside before we take off. But where things can get confusing is, since we only have 3 waves here, we can actually come up all the way to 107.40 before this B wave becomes invalid. And if this happens, this would be that running flat I mentioned over and over in my videos, where we make a 3, 3, 5, and then we take off to the upside. So this area, this whole range between 67 and 107, it's a huge range to be following this setup. And if we don't make new highs, the flat is valid as soon as we pass 66.91 at that 70%, in which case we can come down for 5 waves from here. So it's a great area for long-term buying. Not financial advice, but this was the area we were looking for a pivot. So it's a good spot anywhere between 36 and this area now to buy for the long term. But as for trading purposes, you're kind of stuck with just the next wave to the upside because of that B wave potential where we'd expect 3 waves to form out. I might scalp this area, I'm not sure yet. Depends how this wave fills out. But there is a way we just take off from here. And I'll show you that and how that would look. Sorry, I just have to leave these labels on here. But very unlikely, but I want to give this scenario just in case, where this is a W wave in 3, we made a expanded flat X, and we come up for our Y wave to the upside. So that is a way we come to the upside, which is why I would only suggest for myself here long-term buying. But that is a scenario where this is our 3 and our correction is done. But low probability in my view at this point, just because of these 2 options for our B wave. But I probably will scalp this. I'll make sure to update this, what I'm doing. But before I attempt to scalp here, I want to see 5 waves up to the upside to complete. Above, I want to see 5 waves up here and then find a sideways correction above previous resistance here before I even consider entering. Which case I'd enter, stop at this low, and look to take profit if it's starting to look weak as soon as 66. This level here, 66.91, and I'd just be looking for a just 2-to-1 risk reward. But there's way better things to trade at the moment, so I might just hold off on that one. Just because this looks so much like a diagonal, everything fit, every target hit, and we came up in this contracting manner. So my anticipation is either this C wave to the downside where we make a new low, or come up between the 1.236 and the 1.382 extension of this wave down for our B wave, and then make our C wave down, in which case I would look to buy. All right, guys, that's it for EGLD. Check the playlist at the end of the video if you want to see my updates for the day, and thanks for watching.